Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again. Another reaction for you guys. Take us closer to the journey of Transformers Prime. This is season 3, episode 3. Of course, we're not another title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode was crazy, especially the ending, because Shockwave came back from Cybertron with, I'm assuming, a dragon kind of creature that's going to be hunting down the Autobots. Because throughout the whole entire episode, with Shockwave's return, of course, at the end of episode 1 of season 3 here, to kind of tease up and get everyone excited for episode 2. Episode 2 last week was really about the fact that Shockwave was pretty much making a point that his return is great for Megatron because he's actually trustworthy, he's getting stuff accomplished, or like he's pointing out all the flaws that is basically being had by Starscream. Starscream's like, well, I meant to let Wheeljack get away. No, you didn't. And then, of course, that backfired pretty badly on him. There's a lot of just layers of stuff, just like showcasing Starscream is failing, and Shockwave is basically getting in Megatron's favor even more and more. And now he has some sort of creature, some sort of thing that came back through the portal that is, I guess, could be a game changer for the Decepticons, even though they're winning right now, right? Like, you had Ratchet going like, well, I'm kind of done. Like, I'm done with this. I'm done with the war. I'm done with the fight. But now, of course, he's back trying to help and everything in terms of Starscream's old base, which is like, you think Starscream would maybe look into his old base that he left behind to see if anybody's over there, because you never know. But for some reason, he seems like he's forgotten it, at least for right now. So we'll see what happens with there. So without further ado, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Also get introduced to a new bot, it seems. And it looked just like Megatron. It looked like Optimus Prime. So, and I think, what was his name? I'm forgetting his name. I forget that. Anyways, we're going to, I guess, see the character. Hopefully in this episode, we'll see more about who this character is, because he just shows up in front of RC and Jack, and then that was it. So I'm like, okay. And then the Ultra Magnus, I think that's what the name. But anyways, let's get into now, guys. Let's check out this episode and see what they show us. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it's a dragon. Yeah.
Cloned from fossilized remains, which I discovered on Cybertron.
Please, keep your distance.
No need for alarm.
Dude.
Primal magnificence.
Uh-oh. It's scanning it.
Let the hunt begin.
If the Decepticons had the ability to track Autobot signals,
Yeah.
we'd have all been at Megatron's mercy here on Earth a long time ago.
No one's seen or heard from you since Cybertron went dark.
Oh?
How did you find your way to Earth?
Sir,
Advise the native life form to watch its tone as well. I wandered the spaceways in search of others, reuniting with some. Upon my arrival, it became evident that this planet had been invaded. My scanners also detected Autobot life signals.
Finding the forge in there may take a while.
Yeah, it will. Careful. They can hear you, right? No?
I won't let you down, Optimus.
Don't talk out loud.
Overreacting.
Someone's behind him. Someone's gonna go off as soon as he tries to grab
Hello,
that.
Beautiful.
Company.
Oh no, it's the dragon. Oh my god. Dude. That tail. Ooh. Oh shit.
I'm right here.
I'm right here. Didn't do much.
Incoming!
They're like, wait, what? Yeah, it's pissed. Damn. It's not gonna be that simple, though. Yeah, exactly. It's not done. That is a crazy shot. That was awesome. Go on.
Hey,
Hey.
I see!
Nico,
Yep.
can't breathe.
Soldiers? You?
Uh-oh.
Magnus?
It's pissed. Yep. This is crazy. I'm surprised it's able to keep up with that. Payback. Exactly.
it's right on top of us.
No shit. I think I know where they're going. to where Bumblebee is and all that. Oh shit! This thing's indestructible.
Agent Fowler, it's Ratchet.
Ratchet? Where's Jack? Is he with you?
I am transmitting our current coordinates.
Yep, that's okay. Yeah.
You're alive.
But where's Optimus? Well, I know where he is, but
And to make matters worse, because it cannot speak, we have no way of knowing why the Predacon failed.
At least you had something to work with. If I reversed my colors, I'd be pink.
The communications link needs further calibration to...
The indigenous population of this planet, do they all display the same disregard for authority?
it's Fowler.
Don't shoot!
It's Fowler.
I knew his mom had to be there. Yep.
Your families are safe. Agent Fowler saw to it that Jasper was evacuated and...
I watched the base go down. No
He's not
one
dead.
more thing walked out of there.
We must stop Megatron, with or
Yes.
without Optimus Prime.
He's got it.
The power of the Forge
Yeah.
is not unlimited.
All we need is enough juice to get you back into fighting shape.
The fate of all our kind is more vital. We must do everything in our power to ensure Megatron's downfall.
Yes,
We
100%.
will need to be smart about it.
This is crazy, dude. Ooh.
There will be a new Prime.
No.
You can worry about that after we get you patched up.
The time for a new leader
No.
is upon us. That leader stands before me right now.
They're really making us wait for Prime to come back. Like, I would think with 13 episodes in this season that they wouldn't wait that long, but they're making us wait even longer. I thought it was going to happen this episode. It's like, oh, he has the hammer. Here we go. Optimus is like, no. It's not worth it because it's already losing its power. The hammer it is itself. It needs to be used to rebuild the Omega Lock and all that stuff so that we can actually bring back Cybertron. He's willing to die, and for a new Prime, and he thinks it's going to be Smokescreen. He thinks it's time for a new Prime, and that his time is up. And the way they're setting up with this episode in terms of having Ultra Magnus, and everyone is now reunited except for Smokescreen and Optimus, and they're all assuming that Optimus is gone. They're not like assuming he's dead officially, but they're pretty much assuming he is gone and he's not going to show up. Because even Fowler's like, well, we shouldn't be like waiting around for him to show up because I don't know if he's actually going to at this point. Because they know Smokescreen got out. They don't realize he actually stole the phaser or whatever, and he went back and helped Optimus and everything. But everyone else is now finally reunited. So that's good. And now we have Ultra Magnus temporarily running the team now, which makes sense because apparently he was a general and whatever. He worked under Optimus during the war. So it makes a lot of sense. And I'm pretty sure that's Michael Ironside. I didn't look to see at the credits, but I'm like, this sounds like Michael Ironside, aka Darkseid from the DC animated shows, Justice League and all that. And I think he even came back and voiced him in the Harley Quinn show too, which is like strange. But anyways, still I'm like, I believe that's Michael Ironside. That's pretty cool. But anyways, so Ultra Magnus is in the mix and all that. And so he's temporarily leading. We'll see how that goes. The Predacon, or as I call it, just the dragon, okay? I'm going to call it the dragon. The dragon fully went crazy in this episode, and its fire breath attack, which makes perfect sense because it's dragon, so it sort of breathes fire, of course. Insane level of intensity with every blast it would shoot out and everything. And it's fast as hell. Like, I thought once they got in the ship, it would lose like track of the ship or whatever, like it couldn't catch up. Wrong. This thing is a powerhouse. And the fact is, too, it took so much damage. It got slammed into a rock by being on, I forgot the name, Ultra Magnus' ship. He got, like, blown up in a freaking cave. All this stuff, getting hit by lasers constantly and getting hit in the head and all that stuff. And normally, anybody would be knocked out at this point, or even potentially dead. We've seen several different bots throughout the show have been killed. This thing is taking every punch. Like, it's probably getting hurt at times, but it's so overpowered, it seems, and so much, I guess, I don't know, just armor and shit. It's taking pretty much all those hits. Like, as soon as it hit, like, that, like, rock piece at the top of that, you know, the cavern or whatever, where Ultra Magnus is, like, rising up, slams him, you would think that thing would be knocked out for a bit. Nope. I mean, it gave up on its, you know, chasing Ultra Magnus' ship, but he hardly got. It seemed like he was hardly hurt because he immediately jumped back up. Same thing with the whole cave in when they exploded the whole entire cave, which is funny. Wheeljack runs in. I just love the visuals of it too. They're all working, getting getting what is it called? Energon, whatever. It's been a long day and I'm just exhausted. So for names and names of things and names in general are just like not clicking in my head. So apologies, but they're getting Energon, the Decepticons, and he just was like coming through. They're like Autobot, and then here comes the freaking Dragon, and they're all running away scared. I just thought it was a funny visual. They're all like working, and he just runs in. Just thought it was a funny little moment. It was fun to see the kids reunite, and of course Jack's mom had to reunite with him, of course. And it seems like now, even though we're only 3 episodes in now, we have episodes 4 through 13, and we have a film. We're already in the phase of we're getting ready to go to war with Megatron. We're not even halfway through the season yet, unless this is just the first part of a story arc, and the war is really going to happen in the back half, or like that's my guess, or something. Because normally, as we know with these with these seasons of Transformers Prime, there's mini arcs and then overlasting like season-long arcs. We only have 13 episodes, so I'm thinking the first half is going to be building up to getting to some crazy shit, and the back half is going to be kind of the conclusion, the wrap-up of what they're kind of setting up in the first half. But episode 3, we already have a temporary leader in Ultra Magnus. We have all the Autobots together except for Smokescreen and Optimus. We already went through the whole thing about they think Optimus is dead or all that, but he's not. He's willing to sacrifice himself, which is noble, but still, like, it's not time for a new Prime, and it's not going to be Smokescreen. That's just my 2 cents. It just doesn't. Like, I understand he's in this moment of dire straits. Can't talk. None of those are the right words, but he's at death's door, and he's just thinking Smokescreen, who worked under the guy that basically mentored him, like the bot that mentored Optimus before he became Prime. Smokescreen is now here doing all this work and helping and being a part of the team, and now he sees him as the next Prime. I just don't see it. But then again, I'm not Optimus Prime, so I don't know really what he's thinking. But then again, he's dying, so who knows what he's really thinking. So yeah, I don't know where we go from here. I think where we go from here is probably the dragons will be probably used again. They're probably going to go and try to infiltrate Megatron's castle. I don't know about next week's episode, but something's going to happen. Something crazy is going to happen. And I'm assuming at least next week. The hope is that Optimus is back in terms of being Optimus Prime again in the next episode. Because I was kind of hoping and thinking it was going to be this episode. But it wasn't. It's kind of frustrating. But at the same time, storytelling. We have to build it back up. Because Optimus has been Optimus since the beginning. Now, we had the whole thing in Season 1 to Season 2. Where he didn't remember who he was. Right? He reverted back before he became a Prime. And he saw Megatron as a friend, right? He was calling him by his original name, or at least the name he knew him under on Cybertron. So the layers of that was interesting, but like it's still Optimus, but it wasn't him in his mind at that point. But now we're having to face serious consequences after the events of Season 2, that it makes sense that yes, we have to have these characters apart. Now they were starting to reunite characters in episode 2, like they were already getting characters to interact again, because they only have 13 episodes. I bet if this would have been a 26 season episode, we would have had some reunions early on in the season, but it probably wouldn't have been until like episode 4, 5, or 6. But they had to get to like episode 2. We had characters interacting, and then now episode 3, we have 10 episodes remaining. We already got everyone together except for Smokescreen and Optimus. So it's kind of a rush, but they found ways to make it work, right? Because they have it to where Ultra Magnus can somehow detect and sense all of their life signs and detect their energy somehow. Thankfully, Megatron and Decepticons can't. That would be really bad. But at least he can, because it was a way for them to make it make sense for how they're all together again. Because if Ultra Magnus did not show up and somehow didn't infiltrate or figure out what's happening on Earth and didn't connect the dots with Cybertron and Earth and everything, say that didn't happen. I don't know how else she would have got these characters back together. Unless somehow, some way, Ratchet remembered where he sent everybody, and then they try to go collect everybody to get back together. That's my only thinking and logic at that point, how they could have pulled it up, but it would have taken way longer. So they had to find a way to introduce another character in the mix that has a history with the Autobots and is a pretty high up person that worked under not Megatron, see, tired, Optimus Prime. So they found a way to make it work. So good on the storytellers, good on the writing to making that work. So anyways, guys, that's my reaction and that's my thoughts about this episode. I can't wait to see what happens next. Not sure what's going to happen next, but hopefully something good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Curious to know your thoughts about the reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below what you thought about this week's episode. I'm going to go. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.